Folks, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. I'll explain. Number one, it's absolutely free. It means you don't pay a dime out of pocket. Number two, you can use creation tools to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, like I'm doing with my phone. Number three, if you want to hear it on multiple platforms, Anchor can do that for you. So you can hear it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, among others. And the thing is, you can make money without anybody listening. As little as that. And everything you need to do is to make a podcast is all here. To get started, please download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. You'll be glad you did. In part 9 of the 2020 Canes opponent preview series, we're going to preview the 2020 Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, our opponent at Hard Rock Stadium on November 21st. Well, they were 3-9 last year. But one of those 3 wins came in Hard Rock in overtime against us. But overall, it was a very terrible season for Tech in 2019. Now, keep in mind, they lost a lot of talented players, and he had to implement a new offense. He got rid of the Paul Johnson triple option. Now, with their reasonable excuses, possibly. But if they're going to get better, they have to start pounding the football with Jordan Mason and the other backs. Now, Mason ran for 899 yards last year and averaged 5.2 yards a carry with 7 touchdowns. And he'll probably be getting the ball a lot more in 2020. And behind Mason, they got 4-star recruits in Jamius Griffin and Jahmyr Gibbs. So they got some talent in Atlanta. Their secondary appears to be very good. They get both their corners back in Swilling and Walton. And Tobias Oliver went from quarterback to wide receiver the previous year. And now this year, he's going to go to the defensive side of the ball, a corner. They have some experience there with Juwan Thomas, Caleb Oliver, and Tariq Carpenter back at safety for G-Tech. Well, let's be honest. They have a couple of talented freshmen coming in Sims and Gleason. But to have these guys play in a season where it's going to be conference play for the most part only. Now, while Jeff Collins did very good at Temple, he has a long way to go to get where he wants to get to in Atlanta. People think it's going to be a pretty bad season again for them. Now, Vegas has their over-under at 2.5 wins. I would be shocked if they only won 3 games again this year. So my prediction for Georgia Tech could be another 3-8, 2-9 season. So I'm going to go 2 to 3 wins for Georgia Tech in 2020. In part 10 of the 2020 Canes opponent preview series, I'm going to preview the Wake Forest Demon Deacons.